Short of staying inside your home for the rest of your life, you are bound to come into contact with some wildlife. Are you prepared to face the deadly world of beasts, fangs, and claws? With a few pointers, you may, just may, have a better chance of survival if you come face to face with our planet's deadliest.
Amazing!
Number 10. Kangaroos. If you're planning a safari trip or a visit to the Down Under, a few survival techniques are in order. To survive a kangaroo attack, you must admit that you are in fact a loser, so set aside your pride and act submissive. Definitely avoid all eye contact, as the kangaroo will take this as a sign of aggression. Instead, emit short, low coughing sounds, as this imitates the sound kangaroos make to admit inferiority. If the kangaroo still chooses to attack, your best bet is to curl up into a ball and wait for them to stop. These animals are vegetarians, so usually the attacks occur when the animal feels threatened or thinks you're hiding food from them. Once it sees you have neither, it will leave you alone. Number 9. Lions. Playing with kittens and cats is fun and entertaining when their cute little paws and claws bat at you. On a safari trip, however, their close relative the lion isn't likely to draw the same reaction with the same antics. When face to face with this massive cat, remember to maintain eye contact. The moment you turn your back to them and run, you will feel their claws and fangs sink in. The lion will usually do 1 or 2 mock attacks, stopping short of you several times to gauge how dangerous of a threat you are. If a lion is making a mock charge at you, draw yourself up to full height and be as loud as humanly possible. Show the lion that you are scary and plenty of trouble. The more of a threat you seem, the more likely the lion will reconsider his meal choice. If your attempts at scaring a lion off fail, make it a priority to protect your throat. Lions prefer to kill their prey by biting down on the windpipe, crushing it in the process. Number 8. Elephants. Elephants are very intelligent creatures and feel a wide array of emotions. If threatened, they will react. When facing an angry elephant, stand your ground and pretend to be brave. Most charges an elephant makes are pretend to see if you are aggressive or not. To see if he is serious, check out his body language. Fanned out, relaxed ears indicate the charge is a ruse. Ears that are pinned back flat and a trunk that is curled inward indicate that you're about to be trampled. If the elephant is charging at you, remember to hide downwind so the elephant cannot smell you. Don't run, as it will encourage the elephant to chase you. Instead, find something that will be a barrier between you and the elephant. Number 7. Rhinoceros. With poor eyesight, these creatures are easily startled and hard to escape. They can reach a startling speed of 40 miles per hour. Your best bet is to climb a tree. If you suck at climbing, stand behind one, since rhinos like to avoid large obstacles. A rhino is also less likely to follow you through thick shrubs, so start crashing through the underbrush. Scratches and cuts are easier to survive than facing down a rhino. Number 6. Hippos. The best way to survive a hippo attack is to avoid one altogether. These lumbering beasts are cute, docile, and look fairly peaceful, right? Wrong! These creatures kill more people than all of the other animals in Africa combined. They are extremely temperamental, unstable, and quite easily angered. Despite their bulk, they can reach an impressive 30 kilometers an hour, so the chances of outrunning one are slim. When faced with a charging hippo, find a tree to climb and wait for him to leave. When floating down the river in your boat, frequently bang the side of your boat to alert submerged hippos of your location, so they don't accidentally overturn your boat when they come up for air. During the dry season, try to avoid thickets. During this time, the water in rivers drop and hippos compete for space. They play king of the river and the loser gets ousted. These disgruntled hippos sulk in the thickets and nurture a particularly murderous mood. Number 5. Bulls. Ever see bullfighters wave around a piece of bright colored cloth? There's a reason for that. If a bull is charging right at you, stand very still and use your shirt, hat, or any other piece of clothing as a decoy. How? Throw it away from you just as the bull is upon you, and the bull will go towards the discarded item. It doesn't even have to be red, as the bull responds to movement, not color. If the bull isn't charging at you, try not to antagonize it. Visually scan the environment for an escape route. Bulls are very fast, so you will have better luck surviving if you can find cover or higher ground where the bull won't be able to reach you. If you're stuck in a stampede, may I just extend my condolences to you. Try to anticipate which way they are going and get out of the way. If stuck in their midst, run along with them to avoid getting trampled. Think of it as the best cardio workout of your life. Number 4. Jellyfish. The tentacles of a jellyfish contain a deadly venom that stuns and paralyzes their prey. Luckily you, my friend, are much bigger than their typical meal and can scrape by with just a few painful welts from your encounter. While you aren't likely to die from these welts, the pain is enough to make you miserable. What can you do? Some say peeing on your wounds will alleviate the pain, but that's just a myth. You would be better off rinsing the area with seawater, followed by vinegar and a long soak in hot water. Slathering on some antihistamine cream wouldn't hurt either. Number 3. Alligators and Crocodiles. Alligators and crocodiles are said to have one of the strongest bites on the planet. If either of these creatures chomps down on you, it will be a challenge to get them to release. After biting down, the first thing an alligator will try to do is drown you using its signature death roll underwater. If you see one coming towards you on land, make lots of noise and run away. They're not that fast on land, and all you need is 20 to 30 feet to be safe. If you see a crocodile while swimming, do not splash or shout, as this will attract their attention to you. Instead, try to swim as quietly as possible towards shore. If it is too late and you are being dragged underwater, try to gauge out his eyes or grab the palatal valve behind their tongue. If you pull on this flap of skin, it will cause water to flow into the crocodile's throat, prompting him to release you. Number 2. Cone snail. In the waters of Southeast Asia lives an unlikely killer, the cone snail. Just one drop of its venom is rumored to kill 20 people. If you get stung and don't have access to medical assistance right away, your chances of survival are slim. You have just enough time to say your prayers, as there is no known anti-venom. The venom will quickly spread, causing muscle paralysis, vision impairment, and respiratory failure. Of the 500 species of cone snail, most will just feel like a bee sting or cause cyanosis, numbness, and tingling at the injection site. Use pressure immobilization or insert wounded area in water as hot as you can possibly stand. Number 1. Sharks. 71% of our planet's surface is covered by water, so it stands to reason that some of its inhabitants are less than friendly. Of all the watery beasts, none strike as much fear into the heart of man as the shark. Having watched Jaws as a kid probably doesn't help either. The good news is that out of 360 species of shark, only 20 are known to attack humans. You see, most sharks don't view humans as a food source. They are just curious what on earth you are. The bad news is that if they're curious, they will bite to figure you out. They don't follow the look but don't touch rule your mama taught you. To reduce your risk, try to avoid areas where a steep drop-off occurs. Think Finding Nemo drop-off. These are sharks' favorite venues for food. Better yet, stay out of the water completely. But since most of us love the beach too much, remember these pointers. Don't go into the water where sharks have been seen or swim when it's getting dark out. Beaches will usually post warnings if a shark has been spotted in the area, and dusk and twilight are a shark's prime time to feed. Also, avoid bleeding or peeing in the water, as a shark's sense of smell is impeccable. If you have a death wish or enjoy swimming in shark-infested waters, grab a weapon with you such as a shark billy. This 3-foot counterweighted pole features spikes on the end with which to stab an attacking shark. If avoidance strategies have failed, you must prepare to fight. When attacked, do not, I repeat, do not turn your back and start swimming away in a panic. Flailing around and trying to swim away will make you look like prey. Instead, fight the shark head on, clawing at his eyes and gills. Short, quick jabs will be the most effective versus trying to punch the shark in slow motion underwater. Try to reduce the angles from which the shark can attack by backing into a rock pile or reef. This eliminates the shark's ability to attack you from 360 degrees. Above all, don't give up. Sharks will leave you alone if you put up too much of a fight. After the shark gives up, leave the water immediately and seek medical attention. Your blood is likely to attract more sharks, and you won't be in the best condition to face more of these devils. There are no guarantees to safety in the big blue ocean, or on the plains of the safari. If you fight with these techniques, and you may, just may, live to tell the tale. If you had to pick, which animal would you go up against? Can you think of any more? Leave me a comment down below to let me know. Also, make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this, clicking that bell icon to stay updated. Thanks for watching.